We are going to try this again. What's up, Gabe? You want to come in chat?
And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. The show brings you the game of the week. It's the Philadelphia Phillies taking on the Baltimore Orioles. John Sciambi and Chris Singleton on the call. So the Philadelphia Phillies have taken the first 2 games of this series, and today they'll go for the sweep. They played well, Chris, and they're looking for more of the same in this one.
Yeah, they've been the side shaking hands on the field after each game so far. Played solid baseball to earn those wins, as you said, but every game offers up its own unique.
This is Bryson Stott.
So what did you think of how Povich pitched? I don't think he pitched all that bad.
The pitch. That one finds the zone, and we're underway here on Mother's Day. Next offering is in for a strike. The pitch. That one ball, not close.
2 strikes.
And that's ball 1.
Yeah, I don't think Povich pitched all that bad. Yeah, don't pay attention to the Ranger Suarez shutout with 11 strikeouts against me.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. That leaves him without a throw, and they can't get the out. Brandon Marsh steps to the plate.
The defense didn't play well behind Povich either, so...
Soft contact in the air. That's a hit. Lead runner makes the turn at second. And now runners at the corners, nobody out.
Couple of singles back-to-back. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Fly ball down the line, brings it in, and that should get the job done as he tags from third. Run scores easily, and it's 1-0.
There you go. Nice little RBI there. It's a great at-bat. Got the job done.
Bryce Harper to the plate. Big swing and a miss.
Well, strike one is so critical in a bat like this with a real threat at the plate looking to do damage.
Next pitch is outside.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
And that one wrapped foul. Outside low, and a full count now. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. 1 run across in the frame so far, and we're just getting started here in the top of the first. Hammered on a line to the left, base hit. They get it in quickly, so first and second now, 1 out. Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. That one ripped. Gone into the flagpole. His 7th home run of the season. And they add to the lead. It's 4-0. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Yeah,
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off.
Alec Bohm at the plate now. That's ball 1. And another ball.
Well, they've been able to score 4 runs off of him in this inning, and this is where you want to just max out. Get as much as you can. Give him one of those tough innings where it's going to be hard for him to recover in the next one.
I can be once you're ready to be. I'm not going to sit in there by myself.
And time now for the Phillies lineup. And a big factor for them in recent games, Bryson Stott.
And Boo, you and I were talking about him before the game. He's got good speed, and if you watch him in this game, he's that type of guy.
I'm going to get swept for the first time this season.
He doesn't have this just eye-popping speed, but he knows how to use it, and he's very intelligent on the base pass to get to the next base, to get around the bases, and ultimately score runs.
You know, you can come and chat first. You don't have to wait for somebody else to be in here.
That'll end the inning after a lot of scoring. Phil's get 3 on this long ball. It's now
Yeah, I'm going to get swept.
And stepping in is the speedy.
But I'm losing 4-0.
As he turns on the rubber with that good live arm delivers.
Exactly.
First offering is fouled off.
Well, you're the White Sox. You're lucky you don't go 0-162.
Now a screamer into the outfield. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out.
You seem to do a different franchise every night.
Let's take a look at our lineup. One guy leading the way offensively for this club right now, Connor Norton.
Wait a minute. I can't restart, but yet you...
I mean, that just gives your teammates plenty of chances to cash in and bring them around to score, man. I used to love when I had a guy out in second base or third base. Easy to get those RBIs. Game after game, you know a guy like this, what he's going to provide and the opportunities that other guys are going to get.
Gunnar Henderson in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike. And that one hammered Rojas. Going back. That one off against the fence. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Center fielders in today's game are so talented and so athletic. So when you blast one to deep center and get it to drop in, you know you really put a great swing on it. And that was nicely done for extra bases. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ballgame.
There's a swing and it's hot. A dive and he can't haul it in. Runner scores from second as they get one back. It's 4-1, and that's a double.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. As soon as that was shot off his barrel, he was thinking extra bases. Really nice job of getting the bat out front, but not hooking around it or rolling over it. Just kept the swing on plane and smoked that thing into the gap.
Makes the grab, and that's the inning. The O's add 1 on an RBI double. It's now 4-1. New inning getting started, and now Johan Rojas. Povich back to work. Right through there for a strike. Rojas getting the start in center in the 8th spot in today's lineup, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. And a pitch. So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
Johan Rojas.
The line to kick the pitch. That's a little bit low.
It's a good take.
Back up the middle and a base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
According to Hyde, it's nothing physical. It's just rest.
He got into an advantage count. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Henderson, good feed. That's 1. That's
Well, you know lots of things. You're just not the manager. Because if you were the manager, you wouldn't be sitting here in a PlayStation chat with me.
That's outside. And that is ball one.
Hey, you have my stream up.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0. He's put himself in a really good spot.
2 out, space is empty. That misses the zone. Now 3-1. He swings and fouls one off. 2 down, nobody on. Gets a piece and stays alive. The lefty fires. The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is if you are on the offensive side of it.
Throw to second, save. Chris, his wheels were the difference maker.
You know the only bad thing about playing Bryan in fantasy? I feel like in order to win, I almost have to cheer against my favorite team, because if he has a good week, it's probably because Mountcastle and Westburg have good weeks.
2 outs. That's the third.
It's like
Third out. So no runs here in a base.
the Oriole fan in me was happy as hell to see Mountcastle have 2 home runs and 5 RBIs. But then when I go to fantasy and I look at Bryan's team and he's got 2 of them.
Bounce to the right. Stop.
That's the downside of fantasy sports.
Stepping in, the designated hitter, Mayo. To the right side. Stott over to first in time. 2 up, 2 down. And into the box for Baltimore.
I'm probably going to play at least 2 games.
To the shutout yesterday afternoon. And first offering is fouled off. The wind and the pitch.
Yes, sir.
That misses the zone, and that's ball 1. The 1-1 is fouled off. The Phillies leading by 3 here in the third and final game of the series. Now that's ball 2.
But to answer your question, yes, I'd be interested in Suarez, but like, if I trade Heasley for him, that defeats the purpose of acquiring Suarez, because I'm trying to kind of lock down my saves category. What's up, Sizzle? So, I mean, I don't really feel like if I did that trade, it would defeat the purpose of what I'm trying, you know what I mean? Because it would basically be a wash.
Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Stop over to first in time. That's the 3rd out.
The week.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's Trey Turner.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Greetings, Frogger. Did you get all your shopping done? Well, I appreciate that. Apparently, I'm the most realistic Orioles YouTuber.
This is a great dynamic right here. Speedy runner at first, thinking about taking second. Catcher with the pop time that leaves Jaws on the floor.
They're not gonna. he basically said he's not going to list starters. He's TBA from.
So digging
I
in now
realize
for Philadelphia, Kyle
the
Schwarber.
schedule makers
So
did not do the
he's the
Orioles any
youngest
favors,
hitter.
only
Here's
giving
the
them
pitch.
one off day in the entire month.
That's in for a strike. Safe at second, and that
I've
was
watched
not close.
Well, with that kind of elite arm he has
I've
behind
watched
the plate,
I've watched
it's
baseball my
important to
entire life. I don't
his
know that I've
quarterback gets
ever
his due.
ever
But
seen that.
if anything, it prevents teams from just
Slice the other way. That's a base hit. Flying around third is Turner. He will score, and they lead by 4.
well, does a great job of letting that runner steal second base, get into scoring position.
Runner on the go. Up the middle. Throws the first. No chance at the double play with the runner in motion. JT Realmuto steps in. First pitch just misses.
Clearly, he hasn't had it in this game, and looks like sooner than later, they're going to have to go to the bullpen.
They're hit behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
1 strike.
I'm a Orioles fan. There were plenty of times over the years that I've said,
Here comes Schwarber around third. The throw is offline, and he's in to score. And the lead is up to 5. And digging in for Philadelphia, Johan Rojas. And the first offering is not close. Just missed.
I almost picked him up today. He's a spot starter.
And a good eye there. Realmuto, the runner at first with 2 gone. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Well, this came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
Here's the Phillies DH, Rodolfo Castro. Right through there for a strike.
When you're struggling out there on the mound, hitters know that there'll be plenty of opportunities with the lead at bat to try to get something to hit hard.
2 runs across in the inning. We're here in the top half of inning number 3.
One ball,
close with
2
that
strikes.
one, and the count is 1-2.
Again, you're playing as the White Sox. What do you expect?
That one misses, and the count is filled up. Outside, and that is
The White Sox make the Pirates look like World Series contenders.
Oh, that's a good question. I think that if they gave the pitcher a false scouting report on me,
He's not a him. He's a frog.
Comes on now.
I think it's going to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
All loaded up here in the 3rd and final game of the series. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that'll do it.
And I'm losing 6-1.
Down the third baseman, Jordan Westburg. He's 0 for 1. The wind to the pitch. And first off,
9-6 is better than 6-1.
On the ground.
Says the person that just said he gave up 9 runs.
One gone, bottom of the 3rd inning. Here's Adley Rutschman. Flied to right his first time. On the ground, out to short. Slings to first, and 2 straight set down to begin the bottom of the 3rd. So digging in, Gunnar Henderson. 1 for 1 with a double and a run scored. Fly ball center field. Long run, nice grab. And that is back here in Baltimore. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton and set to lead off the 4th.
Well, this game is going well.
Pitch misses there, and it's 1-0.
Sure.
And another ball left-hand hitter
Yeah.
waits. And there's the strike.
Must have Verizon.
This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Hauls it in for the out. Here's Turner now.
But then he'll come back in. I'll ask him who he has, and he'll tell me he has Comcast.
Hey, partner, back in 2023, Turner homered off the same.
I think he said before he has Comcast.
Only a few players have ever done it, and his were against his former team, the Washington Nationals.
One down, base is empty. And that one is in for a strike.
Well, like I said, according to Pigtown, that's a PlayStation thing. He claims he found it on Reddit.
Line drive, caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
2 down, nobody on. And
I
that's
got a
in
ball,
the dirt.
1 strike.
1 ball, 1 strike. Good eye
Outside,
in
that's
that
a ball.
spot. Two outs. Spoils that
I
one.
don't know. The only reason I'm inclined to believe the IT guy is because you said the IT guy made you feel like he didn't know anything about the.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Still 2-2 after the foul ball.
You said you're calling Xpandy, Gabe. Are you calling Xpandy to get Xpandy, or is it because you have Xpandy or are having issues?
Calls it in to end the inning. So they make short work of him. And we're back.
Leading off
and now the right
for the
fielder,
Orioles,
Anthony Santander.
the right fielder, Anthony
Back to work.
Santander.
And first offering is fouled off.
You know, these Orioles definitely being aggressive at the plate. But
You know, that would be that would
they're
literally be a great
specifically talking about the first pitch. These
ad
guys are
campaign
more than 80% of the
if
time, which is
Comcast wasn't owned by Universal, or if Comcast didn't own Universal.
And a 1-1. Wouldn't
2-1.
chase that time.
Ball,
And
that's
another
outside.
ball. And it's fouled away. And here it comes. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field.
Oh my, Anthony Santander just got into that ball.
The announcement does still a gigantic blast. His second homer this series, and they cut into the deficit. It's 6-2. That one just sounded different.
Man, might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spit on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
Here's Ryan Mountcastle. Fly to left his first time. Clips a corner.
Well, just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run. Go back to work. Focus on this next batter.
As always, if you're new here, please make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel.
And a pitch. Ripped to third.
And if you're looking for world-class gameplay, you've come to the wrong place, as you can see by the score.
Contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Liner, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
But I do think I definitely give a
Job of staying in the big league with the
realistic
Phillies, and
franchise.
there are a lot of hits there.
Now, Colby Mayo. And first offering is fouled off. Ground ball right side, could be two. Flips it for one. On the first, double play. And that's the inning. The Orioles get one back on the solo blast. Now a sixth. Ready now for the fifth inning. Stepping in the long ball threat, Kyle Schwarber. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Schwarber, multi-time All-Star, 32 years old, and he's been on a good run at the plate, hitting over .325 in his last 10 games. Sinker gets the bottom of the zone, and that's a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
You already know the answer to that question because we talked about it.
Off the outside edge, and now the
No.
count is 2-2. Kicks and fires. On the run, sent it over to
The
first.
commentators might say something when I do it, but I don't get any kind of special presentation like that.
Hit the ball on the ground, kill some worms while you're at it.
Boom.
Off the plate,
Stands
ball
in
one.
here, leaves that one off the inside. One out, base is empty.
No, they don't. They don't care about franchise.
That
Ball
one a
two.
little bit high, and the count
2
is
balls,
2-0.
no strikes.
That clips the inside corner for a strike. Swinging a foul over the screen and back. Fights it off. You'll see another. The 2-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
It came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time, a little anxious.
Foul back our way, and that's
Apparently, Hyde was impressed enough with Povich that he said he was blatantly asked. He said, "Would you feel comfortable giving Povich another start?" He said, "Yes, I was very impressed with him." At the same time, that could just be manager talk because what do you expect the manager to say?
1 ball, 2 strikes.
No, he sucks. He's going down AAA right now. I told him to pack his bags and get out of Canada.
Brings it in for the third out. Back now at Oriole Park. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Now it's the second baseman, Connor Norton. That's a bullet, but it goes foul.
You know, these Orioles doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. They have yet to strike out, and they're averaging more than a hit per inning. That's a great recipe for success right there.
Nabs it, and there's one away. Jorge Mateo now rolled out to second in his first at bat. That one down the line, and foul ball. The Phils leading by 4, last half of inning number 5. And that one is lifted in the air, has a beat on it, brings it in. Out number 2. So the lineup flips over. Here's the Orioles leadoff hitter, Jordan Westburg. Swinging a grounder foul, first base side. Two down, nobody on.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And that is
One ball,
count 1-2.
2 strikes.
Here comes a pitch. Swings and misses at the breaking ball in the dirt. In time, the 2-3 strikeout ends the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now, Johan Rojas.
Now
So a new
pitching for
arm out of the
Orioles.
bullpen for the Orioles,
Number
Jason
69.
Foley. He last pitched 2 days ago. Swing and a miss, strike one.
0-1.
Fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move to the very last moment. Incredibly
Ball,
difficult
that's
to pick
inside.
that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
Bunting for a hit, and he
That
grabs
ball's
it
foul.
foul. Righty delivers.
3.
Got him looking. Couldn't pull the trigger on a fastball with the knees. So here's the Phillies DH, Rodolfo Castro. Right through there for a strike.
No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success where you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
0-2.
Bases empty, 1 away, and we're in the top half of the 6th. That one lifted to left, and that'll fall for a base hit.
Just a blue hit behind third right there, and that's a really tough play for a third baseman or shortstop to get to, and the same for the left fielder. So he just found a
Foley.
perfect place to drop that one in right there.
At the belt and fires. Ground ball left side, could be 2. There's 1.
Out.
And it's
You ever watched
a
the?
play to end the inning.
Did you ever watch the Beverly Hills Cop movies?
Back here in Baltimore, well, we go bottom 6. Now the Orioles catcher, Adley Rutschman. And a pitch.
I saw they have a new one. They have a new one coming to Netflix, directly to Netflix in July.
He's not afraid of contact. Some guys, they'll nibble just because they don't want to get hit hard. That's not what we're seeing here.
Fastball in.
How are you going to watch Raw?
Count is 0-2.
And then when you watch these PLEs, you're not going to know anything about what's going on with the world title team.
1-2 now. Comes up empty.
What's up, Pigtown? So do I have a stream to look forward to tonight where you can talk about what you thought of Povage's start?
The batter,
Now
number 2.
here is Gunnar Henderson. 1 for 2.
Henderson.
And that one fouled off.
Is it talking about Povage?
1 down, base is empty. Fought off foul.
Pretty impressive. We haven't seen that pitch from him much, but he's got a really good feel when he throws it.
The 0-2. He swings and hits a fly ball.
I think Santander's definitely gone after this year.
And there's 2 away.
Like you alluded to in your video previously, like
Will be the cleanup hitter. Anthony
there's
Santander.
nowhere to put him where it's worth what he's going to cost.
Swing and a ball popped up. Stop. Settles underneath it. And makes the grab. And that's the inning. Top of inning number 7. Now the number 2 hitter.
The only reason I re-signed him in this franchise is because
Back to work.
you'd have a hard time, like, because I hit 47 home runs and had over 100 and almost 120 RBIs with him.
It's a double and his second hit.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. That was a thing of beauty. He may have been a little behind the pitch, but by getting that barrel into the hitting zone.
This to center field, and that'll fall for a base hit. The throw in, it's offline. The run comes in.
Well done, drives in the run. Pitch was in and off the plate. So hard to do anything with the pitch in that location, but somehow he got the barrel to it and hit it well. Pretty amazing.
Harper stands in now and watches strike 1. Swung on, belted.
Are you kidding?
Can't get to it as
What are you
it
supposed to do with that?
around third.
You put it on the.
He scores. It's 8-2.
That's now 3 hits in a row for the offense. Pitch was away, and he did exactly
I think I know the answer to this, but do you have Comcast or? Yeah.
And it's second. Swing and a miss. And that's strike two.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Harper at second with nobody out. Next pitch is downstairs. Swing and a hard hit liner up the middle to base hit. And they get it in quickly. First and third now with nobody out.
4 hits in a row, and they're really swinging it here.
Good Lord, can we just get this game over with? Oh, there goes the game again.
Could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
They hand the ball over to a new arm.
Now
Hunter
pitching for
Harvey.
the Orioles.
And with the big
Oh.
deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind.
Harvey.
Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Line drive. Takes it in for the out.
Yeah, I'm.
Now batting.
And up to the plate is JT Realmuto. Crushed. Left center field. This one's deep. Forget it. That'll fire up the dugout. His 4th home run of the season. It's 11-2. One pitch, one swing, one home run.
Yeah, you can say that's efficiency right there. Didn't need much time in the box to make an impact.
See, it don't matter where.
Could be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. The throw in, and that's a 2-bagger.
Oh my God.
Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages, working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did. And he
I see, Amish.
Fastball for a strike. Plenty of
Trust me, you ain't missing anything.
I guess you'd say kind of what we expected, though.
Well, this was a game.
Don't let it go over 44 runs. P-Tank.
You expected offense to score, and not as lopsided as this. But yeah, you definitely expected to see some offense coming up.
Back to the top of the lineup. Bryson Stott stands in for the Phillies. In the air, left field. Drops into the glove. And that is that. JT Realmuto delivers yet again on this one. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And here's the first baseman, Ryan Mountcastle. As the lefty gets to work. Foul ball there.
I don't know, like, I have games like this where the ball does not go where the pitch is being aimed.
On the ground to third. Fires across the diamond.
Let me ask you, Big Danny, your experience in baseball. When a pitcher is pitching well, how many of his pitches in his pitch repertoire would you say he has through commando?
Very efficient, able to produce an outcome. It seems like within the 3rd or 4th pitch of just
2 to 3, because it's very rare for a pitcher to be able to effectively use every pitch that's in his repertoire. 2+.
Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. That's out number 2.
Really love
Now
the pitch
batting.
sequence right there.
The
I'm telling you
designated
what,
hitter.
pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
Mayo.
Yeah, that's what Big Don just said. 2, ideally 3. I think that's part of my problem pitching-wise. I was telling Frog this earlier. I think I focus too much on trying to mix up pitches, and I don't build up enough confidence in.
2 outs. Say away.
1 ball.
What am I swinging at? I think I play the Yankees next.
The 1-2.
I'm going to need it.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
Oh, this game, there's no way I'm coming back in this game.
1-2 here. swing and a miss, and that's that. And we're back for the top of the 8th, and now for the Phillies, Brandon Marsh. The pitch. Harvey, in his 6th season, he features a 4-seam fastball.
See, but like, pick down. If you look, I'm aiming at the edge of the zone. It's just the ball is not going anywhere near where I aim it half the time. And then when I get where I aim it, they still hit the. Like, that's just good hitting.
Trey Turner at the plate. First pitch misses. The shortstop takes the ball.
Well, yeah, I had used the.
No outs here. And there's a ball.
It's supposed to be entirely ratings based.
And ball 4 to a board. Here's Bryce Harper.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
That one finds the zone. It's 0-1. And now time.
Which you could argue, if I'm using a totally rating basis, it's more important than I use the mound visits to make sure I have confidence. I don't think they would trade him in division.
Lifted in the air, right center field. Mateo sizes this one up. Mateo makes the play.
Yeah, but he needs them to keep playing bad so that would come the trade deadline, they're willing to move on from players. If they start playing good and they believe they can get into a wild card spot, they're not going to.
Phillies leave a couple, and it remains in 11. Back now at Oriole Park, bottom of the 8th, and into the box for Baltimore.
Now, you know what we really need, Pigtown? We need the Pirates to realize we're not going anywhere anyway. Let's trade Paul Skeens. The Orioles aren't going to bring back Tanner Scott. The Marlins will probably want too much. Oh, that's a hot take.
You start keeping an eye on it to make sure that he doesn't have any fatigue and injuring himself.
On the ground,
okay, so your reasoning is more financial than Pigtown said he'd rather have Jared Jones than Skeens because he's cheaper and still throws 100. I appreciate that, Sizzle.
Now we'll see if they can make something happen.
Now at the plate, Jorge Mateo.
And now they can just get a team around him.
Throw is high and over his head.
Up next for the Orioles,
Jordan Westburg, the next to hit for the Orioles.
So, Pigtown, remember I asked you which pitcher from the recent past do you wish you could drop on this current team? I got one for you. Now, this is a little bit different than the initial question because I said, which pitcher from a bad Orioles team would you drop onto this team? But I would love to drop prime Wei-In Chen on this team. Well, yeah, I was talking about starters. I mean, you give me prime Zach Britton right now, I would be in tears. Actually, I'll probably go by. I'd go back to when I was a kid. Give me prime Armando Benitez.
The pitch. Swings over the top of that one.
All one's the count.
That was before Gabe's time.
Wouldn't chase that time. The other way, and he beats the shift. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Astros have won 15 straight games.
Up next, Johan Rojas. Danny Coulomb gets the call from the pen.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is.
That's the ball.
Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
And the 1-0. Inside corner, and that's
So,
the strike.
No, he's really working that inside corner with the cutter.
Big Down, you mind if I ask you a question about your playing days? I'm just curious. I've wanted to ask, but I don't want to ask because I don't want to make it seem like that's the only reason I chat with you, because it's not. But I am curious about something.
Good pitch. He just kind of had him out in front on that pitch away. And
Biggest name player you ever played with, and the biggest name player you ever played against.
Rodolfo Castro will hit next.
No,
And that
that's
one
low.
a little below the knees. Ball one.
Obviously, they weren't big name players back then because.
2-0.
Man at first, one away.
But who was the guy? Who were the biggest
And now 3-0.
name that you ever played against?
And a 4-pitch walk.
definitely lost the handle during that sequence. 4 pitches for the walk, and that last one didn't even threaten the zone. Catcher might want to go talk to him.
Hit weakly on the ground, and that's just foul.
Against. Interesting. I did not expect to hear Trot Nixon, Moises Alou.
First and second with one gone here at the top of the ninth. And that's
I
downstairs and outside.
figured just based off what you told me, I figured that the answer for the best player you played with would be Machado and or Zach Britton, but I wasn't sure.
2 on, 1 out. Double play ball to second. Norby. Off balance beat. There's
out.
one. Brandon Marsh stands
Man, I can't believe the Marlins let that outfield go.
fastball for a strike.
Think about that. They could have. Think about that outfield: Stanton, Yelich, and Ozuna.
Distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
Adam Wainwright.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Headed down the line. And that dropped.
Adam Wainwright was your first ever at bat. And he's a borderline Hall of Famer.
And that is that. 2 left on. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the ninth. Andrew Bullock.
And he's had his struggles so far this year. As you can see the inflated ERA. Looking to bring that down a little bit right here.
Oh, you were the center. You were the center fielder. What I'm saying, like, I don't know how they would have aligned the outfield, but when they could have had a major league outfield
The 0-1.
of those 3 players, that's crazy.
No
As he
ball,
was
2
out
strikes.
front that time.
Trot Nixon was very underrated. So was Moises Alou.
Right-handed reliever. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit.
Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Anthony Santander at the plate. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
Well,
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing
you had
safe
more
on
of a
the
taste than
defense. Hopefully the pitcher can
than
get a ball on the
most,
ground
so
and
be
they can
proud of
put
what
it
you
on 2.
accomplished.
That one blasted deep to right. Schwarber ranges back. And out of here.
Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
Digging in,
1-0.
Ryan Mountcastle. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-1.
1-1.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
But again, you should be proud of what you did accomplish.
So, man aboard, Colton Cowser now at the plate. And first offering is fouled off.
So, okay. I have to tell you my buddy Frog's crazy idea for baseball. So, he thinks
And the right-hander deals.
baseball
In the
should
air, pretty deep out
roster
to
should
center
almost
field.
be essentially doubled in size
Hauls it in,
and
and it's
treat it
gone.
like football. You have 9 designated hitters that play just offense. You have a team that can just play defense,
The next to
or
hit for the
if you
Orioles.
had the
He for
players that
3
are
with 2
good on both
groundouts
sides
and
of
a
the ball, they
strikeout.
can play both sides of the ball. But like,
And that one pulled foul.
for example, like you were saying, you had the best pure outfield skills. You would have made the majors as a outfielder.
Maybe a 2-ball. 5, 4,
Owners would never pay.
3.
There you
And
go.
that's the ball
There's your
game.
best answer, Frog. Owners
You
would
see this
never
team
pay
is
for it.
feeling it right now. Look at the smiles, look at the high fives. They feel real good about this 3-game series
Plus,
sweep, and they get it done
how
on
do
the road. You
you?
talk about the confidence that can produce.
Okay, we're going to
Team really
give
riding high right
Stanton,
now.
even though he only
Seriously
plays
enthused.
offense,
Final score in this one,
200
11
million,
to
but we're
4.
only going to
And your
give
home team picks up
player
the
X
win,
over
and it
here that
picks up
is
the
our best
sweep.
defensive
For
player. We're only going to give
Cindy and
him
our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The
20
Show,
million.
I'm John Schaub. We'll see you soon for the
How do you quantify that? But like Pigtown said, it'll never happen because the owners won't. Hey, bud. Why wouldn't they? It'd be less wear and tear on their body. You'd have your yeah.
Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. The show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the New York Yankees taking on the Baltimore
You have to be an
Orioles. With
extreme.
Chris
You have to
Singleton, I'm
be
John
a
Schaub, and let's
very
take a peek
above
at in the lineup so
average.
far this year.
You have to
Anthony
be
Santander
a,
leads the team at OPS,
pardon
so
the
he's the
Diamond
guy that
Dynasty
looks to
pun. You have
stop
to be in a
and
diamond
basically make things
level
happen for them offensively.
defensive
Just a
player
machine
to
in terms of production, and
have
the
a
way he'll
team
take his
have
walks
you
and
on the
ball up
roster
the
and not
baseball.
care that
He
you're
can get on
basically
base, so
a
he'll get
out
all over the fence.
most of the time you get
Talk
up.
about a guy going good. That's him right now, and he's a bat that you want to stay away from.
And when I understand,
That whip is just
I'm
below
talking about
league average,
a
and
guy
that's a
like
good thing
Ozzie
in this
Smith would still
case,
be in
not
the big
allowing
leagues.
too many base
Omar
runners. So
Vizquel would still
most
be in the
days
big
he's going
league.
to go out there and compete and put his team in a position to
A
win.
Kevin
And expect
Kiermaier
to see that
would
from him in this
probably
one
still be
today.
in the big leagues. But I get what Frog's saying. Like the guys that are above average to good defensively, but are basically an out every time they get up. Those are the guys that would benefit from a system like what Frog is saying. Again, it's never going to happen because of what Pigtown said. The owners would never
Outfielders are shifted towards right.
agree to it.
The other way. And the pitch. Anthony Volpe in now. Takes ball one off the plate. Next offering misses. 2-0. And he deals. That clips the zone. That's strike one.
Yeah, the MLB uniform is gonna look like NASCAR jumpsuits.
Slider got him for strike three.
Well, that slider was way out of the zone, and for me, it just comes down to not seeing the pitch out of the hand, not tracking it into the zone, and then also being a little bit anxious, not confident in your two-strike approach. And so when a guy's in that position, you get him to commit early, and a lot of times you get the swing and miss as you did right there.
In there at the knees for a strike.
Boog, anytime we broadcast a game with Burns pitching, we expect to see a lot of strikeouts. His ability to pull hitters, it's a real gift, man, and he generates swings and misses thanks to that filthy slider of his.
And time now to check out the New York Yankees lineup. And one to watch, of course, their three-hole hitter, Aaron Judge.
Well, these days we know teams, they put a game plan together for every hitter in a lineup. But a guy like this, they circle him, make sure he doesn't beat you.
As always, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. We are on that long journey, and it's going to be a long journey, to 2,000 subscribers and 3,000 watched hours. We are very close there.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. 2 down, nobody on. Just misses. And the count is 2-2.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
Kicks and deals. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. The pitch. Ripped on the ground to second in plenty of time to first. Judge out of the
Now, before I even bring this up, I want to make sure I'm not bringing this up because Gabe is in chat. I'm not trying to pick on anything. Have you tried that? And this is more of a question for Frog. Have you tried that geography game on the computer? I forget what the name of it is. That one YouTuber Bangle plays it all the time. They'll show you a picture of a site somewhere around, like, and you have to guess where it is, and you get points based off of how close you get to the location. Yeah, that. I've never seen. If Amos has played it, I've never seen him play it. Oh yeah, Amos just said, "Have you played GeoGuessr?" Honestly, there you go, Amos. You said you've done it a few times. Can you squeeze that into your rotation here sometime soon? I actually wouldn't mind watching you do that. Just I just have a question for you, Amos. If you were playing GeoGuessr and they showed you a picture of Tokyo, would you know that it's in Japan? I'm never going to let Brian live that down. Never. I want to go on vacation to 2 countries, Tokyo and Japan. I literally paused my stream and it was like Booker T. Tell me There are signs that you could determine that it's in Japan, like wires of.
Righty to the plate. Out to center. Mateo has a beat on it. Makes the catch, and there's one gone. And here is Anthony Rizzo. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon. And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball one.
I don't know. Go on my Twitter and look.
One out, bases empty.
I think I said it for 7 days. It ain't been 7 days. I don't know, Amos, you're in here. Texas Roadhouse breadsticks or Olive Garden, or no, Olive Garden breadsticks or Texas Roadhouse rolls. Which would you choose? As of right now, it has 4 days left. 67% said Texas Roadhouse rolls so far, with only 12 votes. And Amos just said Texas Roadhouse rolls.
Left-hand hitter waits. And they'll do it again. Next pitch is outside.
No, you don't. If you do both, there ain't any point in putting up the poll, because
And we'll do it again. And downstairs. Right side. Santander sizing this one up. Pulls it in for the out. That's out number 2.
I could do a poll. Which is more obvious? Indianapolis is in Indiana or Tokyo is in Japan?
That's a strike. And it's 0-1.
You don't actually want me to do a poll, do you? Okay.
Check swing.
What do
On a line, base hit. And that extends the inning.
Yeah, Amos, I would love to watch you play GeoGuessr. When you play that, can you set parameters to like only show you stuff in the United States or in a certain country, or is it just?
Not even 1-1. Misses the zone and he gets him to chase.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Oh, it costs money to play it now? No.
Run is at first as we play game 1 of this 4-game series. Got him. That's out number 3. 1 left for the Yankees. We'll go to the bottom of the second. And we're back. Bottom of the second. Leading off, Anthony Santander. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
0-1. Well, the key to his success is getting ahead early in the count. He cannot afford to go deep into counts. Doesn't have a ton of.
Oh, that one I think I could do. That one I think I would do really well. Guessing the city based off the sports arena.
Here's Ryan Mountcastle.
By the way, Amos, I hate using this camera with the Yankees. Trying to see that white ball against the.
Colton Cowser digs in now.
By the way, if you're, do me a favor. If you're, I know you said a lot of times you'll have my stream up, you'll just be lurking. If you're ever just lurking, at least type the word lurk so I know.
On to the 3rd inning. Here's the catcher, Jose Trevino. Burns back to work.
Ball, that's out.
Outside. And that is ball 1.
You're playing with the. Never mind.
Through there for a strike.
Goodness, I think
You're playing with the worst team in baseball.
you don't get many like that in
Don't complain to me that you.
take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
Swings and misses. One away.
He's
It would just be nice to know, like, lurkers are people too. I want to recognize my lurkers.
Definitely scuffling at the dish lately. Only 2 hits over the last 5 games.
Top of the third, no score. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone.
1 ball, 1
Grisham,
strike.
first-round pick of the Brewers in 2015. One down, base is empty. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Righty delivers. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. The 1-2 stays alive. Here comes the pitch. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Good battle here, about to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Gets a piece there, we'll do it again.
Well, having such a tough time putting him away. 6 foul balls in a row.
That's
Man,
inside.
what a battle.
Feel the force.
2-2 now. Foul off the plate, they'll do it again.
Oh, I'm having one of those Amos at bats. They keep fouling everything off.
At the belt.
I'm throwing balls outside the zone, inside the zone. They just.
And another power hitter lurking in the on-deck circle. Ground ball left side. And it gets by him.
I'm sorry.
Makes the turn and heads for second.
Did they really just call Anthony Volpe
Not stopped,
a
and he's
power
going
hitter?
for 3. The relay. The tag. And he's trying for 3.
The triple is arguably the most exciting.
You have a double with 1 out, and you're trying to stretch it into a triple, and you end up out. That's.
On second, get thrown out at third, and you just feel bad for him. On top of that, he was already in scoring position, so you think about how it kind of hurts the team as well.
Volpe in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. On the ground, right side. Whips it to Mountcastle.
The only thing I don't like about this pitching interface, bro, is it's very hard to differ your speeds.
As we go to the last of the third. Now here's the Orioles.
Because it's basically just holding the button for a faster pitch. I thought about switching over to meter pitching, but you saw how easily I dominated with.
0-2 now. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout.
We'll take a look at the sequence on that 3-pitch strikeout. Let it
And I don't care what I will never.
kind of challenging him to catch up.
You could pay me, and I would never do pinpoint. Number one, you saw how bad I was at that.
Next offering upstairs.
2 strikes.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. The hitter has to understand. Probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch. So got to stay ready for it.
2 strikes.
Would it be bad if I switched over to meter to try it?
2-2 down.
Thank you.
3-2.
No comment.
Good job to fight that one off.
Would that be
Kicks and fires.
acceptable, sir?
Foul ball left side. He'll see another. 8th pitch of the at-bat.
Oh, okay.
Up. Puts it in the air.
No, I asked you, would it be acceptable?
Verdugo makes the grab. 2 down.
Oh, okay.
So next to hit for Baltimore. Jorge
So stay with classic.
gets him to chase after that one.
0-1's the count.
Up
got a
and
ball,
in.
1 strike.
1-1. 2 outs, base is empty.
Let me see if it says in the guide anything about changing speeds of classic. choice of power on the pitch meter. Your choice of power on the pitch meter influences how hard the pitch will be thrown. If your pitch is an off-speed pitch, this will also moderately improve the movement and effectiveness. The drawback is a reduction in accuracy and increase in fatigue. In classic, holding X is the equivalent of choosing higher power. I don't think there's there's differing levels. You either hold it or you don't. I don't think it's like if I hold it for 2 seconds, it's this much power. If I hold it,
2 outs.
you know what I mean?
Oh, great grab on the dive. In time. Got it.
Making it look easy at the keystone position. Definitely worth another look.
Back now at Oriole Park. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And set to lead off the fourth, Josh Rojas.
You know, these Yankees just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
Santander pulls it in on the run.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
Judge now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. And ball one.
And as a pitcher, when hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. Just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
And there's a strike on the outside corner. That misses. 3-2 down. Battling here as he fouls it away.
I am pitching a much better game with Corbin Burns.
One down, base is empty. And there's ball four. That's a great at bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk. Giancarlo Stanton at the plate.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career.
I swear I thought I heard him say steal, steal. Or did I hear it in your game?
And the righty deals. Pitch in the dirt, and the count is 1-1.
Gabe back yet?
And here it comes.
But are you better than ever?
That one away, and we'll do it again. Fourth inning underway, no score. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 down. Anthony Rizzo steps to the plate. He's 0 for 1. That one finds the zone.
And now you're gone.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Judge leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
Probably a good thing YouTube doesn't let him stream because he wouldn't be able to finish a game.
And a curve misses outside.
Oh, you are? Are you still in here again? We keep getting, or at least I got the message again, said you were gone.
The Yanks lead 1, and we're still knotted at 0. And welcome back to the ballpark. And stepping in is the speedy Jordan Westburg. In the air, right side. Stanton is there. And there's one away. Now the catcher up to hit. Adley Ripken. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Swings through that one for strike 1.
Nope, you definitely don't need that.
Seeing the aggressiveness of the hitters early in the count and often, so gotta be real careful that you don't give too good of a pitch.
You don't even need.
Early in the count.
Makes the grab for the
Well, I guess yeah.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That
Well, no, if you're not playing
instead of staying close,
rank seasons, you don't.
he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority.
Oh, okay.
0-1. Henderson now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. Fouls one off out of play back to our left. one handled. Fires to first on the run. In time. Got him. And that'll do. We go to the top of the fifth. Here's the left field.
I'm assuming you're not coming back this time.
Hit in the air, center field. Sizes this
All right,
one
good
up.
night.
One up, one down. And next for New York, Oswaldo Cabrera. Went down on strikes his first time through. Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. Cabrera, 26 years old, and he's been on a fantastic run at the plate, hitting over 450 in his last 10 games. Goes down looking. Here's Jose Trevino.
And typical of real baseball, I'm actually having a good outing with a pitcher, and now my offense can't score.
Breaking ball, which isn't surprising. They're trying to keep him off balance, but he's been known to connect on the breaking stuff too.
Up the middle, and that chance handled. Tosses the first, and that is the inning. Down in order go the Yankees. Still no score.
Talking about my game or yours?
And we're back. Bottom of the inning. Here's the Oriole cleanup hitter, Anthony Santander. And a curve misses outside.
You know, these Orioles, they're not going to be happy with the at-bats they've been having so far. Just one base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They've got players in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
And puts the squeeze on that one. And there's one down. Now here is Ryan Mountcastle. All tied up. Last half of inning number 5. That one finds the zone. 0-2. Next offering misses down and away.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Come on.
And another ball. That one ripped left field. And it hits the fence. Around first, heading for 2. Verdugo quickly throws it in. Runner holds it second, so another base hit could get us the first run of the game. One down.
Now batting. Let's
For the Orioles, Colton Cowser. And fouled off.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball.
One ball.
There.
2 strikes.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
That's ball 2.
Wouldn't chase that time.
All right, so in this at-bat, we've seen a couple of off-speed pitches, now back-to-back fastballs. In this count, you definitely got to stay back. Make sure you don't get...
And he chases that one. And there's 2 away.
It becomes pretty difficult as a teammate when a guy's struggling like this. You don't know if you want to go up and tell him to keep swinging it, or if you want to give him his space, what exactly he needs. But right now, it's clearly a struggle for him, and we're just hoping that somehow, some way it'll click, and he can get out of this as quickly as possible.
Way out front for
Every time I face Nestor Cortez, I just think how different the Orioles' rotation would be if we could have found some way to keep him when we had him as a Rule 5 player. The fact that we basically gave him back to the Yankees drives me crazy.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. That ends the inning.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch.
I mean, we could have buried him in the bull. Like, it wasn't like we were that good.
He's happy with those results.
We could have buried him in the bullpen, something. There was no reason why we couldn't have found a way to keep that man. What, did he get hurt again?
violation. That's an automatic ball.
The pitcher must be getting his motion before the pitch timer runs out. We're looking for a little more urgency out there.
Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
You know, these Yankees do a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They haven't produced a run yet, but the pitch count for the starter is starting to climb, so they're hoping that starts to pay off soon.
2 strikes.
And now it's even up.
Oh, come on, Ump. You got to give me that.
Pitching, but no one would be shocked if this offense strings something together to take the lead.
And another ball. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout.
Pretty nasty cutter right there, and you're seeing that pitch, that location a lot more these days, and you can see why. Very difficult for hitters. I think the great Mariano Rivera can at least partially be credited for that, thanks to the career he had with the cutter. It was just dominant. I tell you what, I felt like it was a moral victory whenever I could put that pitch in play. So I can feel for the guy right there walking back to the dugout.
And now 2-1. Rips one to right. Sometimes makes the play. And there are 2 down. Here's Josh Rojas. Airing for a strike. It's 0-1. Swing and a miss.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on this approach.
Yeah, and we're the top half of the 6th. And down on strikes. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. And we
Okay, Corbin Burns is giving me 6 shutout innings, gave me a quality start. You notice, huh? 4 games where we bang the cover off the ball, and then we have 3 or 4. We turn around and do that with 3 or 4 games where our backs just disappear. Am I wrong?
Counts 1-0.
Like, everybody wants to blame. I'm sorry. It's going to be rare if you only score 2 runs to win in Major League Baseball.
One ball, just pulled the string.
Not even close there. The count now 2-2. Bases empty, 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
And the count's full. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Verdugo makes the catch, and there's 2 down. So the batting order turns over. Jordan Westburg, the next to hit for the Orioles. And first offering is fouled.
Bringing in Webb to face Judge.
Tied up as we play game 1 of this 4-game series. Swing and a pop-up.
I usually pitch pretty good with Webb.
Makes the catch, inning over.
Good Lord.
Jacob Webb taking over on the mound.
Number 71.
He's been really good this season at keeping the ball in the park. Not an easy guy to take deep.
Judge up for the 3rd time here. Watches that one miss. And it goes just foul. Ball to strike.
Outside, that's a ball.
You never tell when you're talking about your game or my game. No, I'm just saying, like, yeah, they give up a home run to him.
Scoreless here, but now he's got to deal with a guy who's got some power. Got to be careful You're talking about a hitter with this type of slug and these type
That's
of
okay. That happens often.
and that one fouled off. The pitch. Right by him.
Oh, really expanded the zone right there with that fastball off the outside corner of the plate. Got him to chase it.
Now again, were you talking about your game or my game?
Because it starts close to you and just continues to run away from you in that batter's box. So it's a really nice pitch with 2 strikes.
Rizzo in the box with 2 gone. And takes a look at a called strike. Right through there for a strike. Pulls the string with the changeup, struck him out.
No, man, I just had 6 shutouting with Corbin Burns.
That's the ball.
Cutting, but missing
Very
down
good.
low. A little out front there as he swings through it.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Ground ball to middle. That's a base hit.
Base hit, finally.
So the go-ahead run is on base with a
That feels like a rally, the way this game's going.
Gunnar Henderson, the next to hit for the Orioles.
No, it's just been a while since I've had a hit.
First offering misses badly for
I have been a victim of both a no-hitter and a perfect game.
Anything in the dirt. Try your best to get in the scoring position.
And I've also thrown a no-hitter and a perfect game.
1-1. With the go-ahead run at first, here the bottom of the 7th.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base. Trying to
My perfect game was a long, like my perfect game in franchise mode was a long time ago.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Leave it up.
Goes to second for 1. On to Rizzo at first, and they get the double play.
To show you how long ago my perfect game was, I did it with Eric Bedard the year before the Adam Jones trade.
Baseball being such a team sport.
Here's a high chopper. Volpe throws the first in time. That's the 3rd out. Inning over. Ready to begin the 8th. And stepping in for the Yankees, Alex Verdugo. Alex Vesia gets the ball now.
Well, you are old.
Left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
And that's down and away. And that's in the dirt.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
Left-hand batter waits. Hard hit, right side. Throws the first in time, and Verdugo is set down.
Did I tell you I lost CNL Perez? When I tried to send him back down to the minors, he had to clear waivers, and the Nationals claimed him.
Struggled a little bit in this one. A couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at-bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
Now he catches the corner for a strike.
Backdoored him with the breaking ball. Just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
That's the 3rd. Westbrook. Jump throw. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at-bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Trevino stands in now.
Not to mention I traded for Vesey, so I replaced him.
We're at the top of the 8th. Got a good eye there.
Vesey, the guy that's on the mound right now.
Misses inside, and a count 2-1. And it skips into dirt.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Kowser makes the grab.
If you think he's on a plane from Baltimore to Norfolk,
Ready for the bottom of the 8th. And now the first baseman, Ryan Mountcastle.
well, yeah, I'm sure he was on a plane from like Norfolk to Toronto, but
Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Hard hit left side. Throw on to Rizzo. Leadoff man is out
Now
here in the
batting,
8th.
left fielder.
Colton Kowser.
nobody's gonna score in this game.
Swing and a ball lifted left field. Verdugo brings
Right.
it in with a nice running grab. And next is the designated hitter, Colby Mayo.
So Amos, I don't know if you're still just lurking. Are you streaming tonight?
All tied up for the bottom half of the 8th inning.
Oh. Well, I know what I'm doing as soon as this game's over.
Chases that one in the dirt.
And he is
I'll be there
just
soon,
dialed
Amos.
in right now. Every pitch thrown with so much conviction.
That one drilled left field.
Well, he said he usually has my stream still up.
And welcome back to the ballpark. We go to the 9th. Now it's the D.
What's he playing? Baseball, or is he playing with Raven? Go up. Okay. Not that it matters. I'd have him up anyway. I'm just curious.
Pitch. Fought off foul.
Yeah.
And that drops in for a strike. Bounce to the right side. Tosses the first.
I'm not going 20 innings.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
Coming on for the
Number
Orioles,
69.
Jason Foley.
Jason Foley.
That one lifted in the air center field. And it's caught for the out.
Well, such a confidence boost for a reliever to come into the ball game and get the first hitter he faces. Just makes everything slow down a little bit, and then from there can really settle in.
The pitch. That's hard hit on the line. That's a base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Well, you might get the extras you want.
Full side, headed out front, but just
Number
stay
91.
good and nice.
Out towards left center. Mateo has a beat on it. Makes the grab. And that's the third out. No runs, one. So coming into the game now on defense.
Even if I give you extras, you'll still ask Amos.
Play second.
For the Yankees,
Connor North
Number
now at the
41.
plate.
Tommy
Pitch.
Canley.
This one chopped in the ground, but foul. Right-handed reliever. Missed with a changeup, and it's 1-1. Movement in the Yankees pen. Jeff Hoffman.
Good Lord, they got Jeff Hoffman too.
Marinaccio getting cranked up as well. Got the back going too soon. It's
One
strike
ball,
2.
Clearly was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Kicks and deals.
I got
Chase that time.
I'm not answering that question because I've already.
Slice to right.
And Norby leads it off with a double.
Stanton gets it back in quickly, and the potential winning run moves into scoring position at second.
He shouldn't the way he's played.
Hit for the Orioles. Maybe expecting a punt here. Third baseman playing in on the edge of the grass. Gets under and pops it up. One away. So back to the top of the Orioles lineup. Now the third baseman, Jordan Westburg.
Nope.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Winning run at second with one away. We're in the last half of the ninth inning. This one in the air.
Serviceable, yeah.
Squeezes it, and there's two down.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Don't tell me I'm going to blow this leadoff double.
Adley Rutschman. Swing and a miss.
0-1's the
He
count.
knows they don't want to give him anything to hit. But
I don't want to go to extras. I want to watch Amos.
You've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there.
I'm going extras.
Rutschman retired. And that is back now.
I got him up on the computer, but I want to be able to actually like interact and chat and all that happy jazz.
And that's strike one.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit. Just not able to square it up.
And the 0-2. Up the middle. And that one handled. Got him on the off-balance throw. And they get the leadoff man in the 10th. A move being made at third on the pitch run. Jason Dominguez.
Jason Dominguez.
Line drive, base hit. In to score from third. On the board first, it's 1-0.
Well, that at bat had a lot of pressure riding on it, so really great job coming through right there. It's got to feel good. Challenge with the fastball.
Yeah, the ghost runner scores.
He's clearly ready to jump all over.
One run across in the frame so far here in extra innings. Just missed.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that.
Outside.
Just missed.
Come on, Foley.
Hit on the ground to the right side.
Foley's actually a guy I wouldn't mind seeing the Orioles trade for in real life.
Double play, and that'll do it. But the RBI single pushes across a run. And the home. Down to the ball game on defense, Jason Dominguez. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Gunnar Henderson. The pitch. And that one fouled off.
Well, comfortable or not, these are the situations closers they seem to live for. When you get into some hot water, a jam, tough spot, whatever you want to call it.
Oh, that's out.
This is where they earn their keep.
I know you. I know you. I know you want him to trade for Jesus Luzardo.
Well, one thing he's going to lean on are the metrics. His exit velocity has been really good. He's just had some bad luck hitting the ball right at people.
Brings it in, and there's one down. Anthony Santander at the plate. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a ground out. Strike one.
Well, that's really the money spot, down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you'd love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
And the pitch. That ball is foul, and the pressure is building. A 1-run lead, and we're in the last half of the 10th. Liner caught at second.
Well, baseball can be cruel, can it?
Well, that couldn't have been a couple of
Sometimes it takes
really.
away. He did everything right on that swing, but he's got nothing to show for it.
So they're down to their final out. And now, Ryan Mountcastle. That one missed. Out to short, Volpe.
Help me score with 10 innings.
Ball game. And the Yankees strand the tying run on base to win.
After 4 wins in a row, you start to think a little bit that you're on a roll, and that's the momentum that just takes on a life of its own.
Our final line score tonight.
That's so sad.
For the victorious Yankees, 1 run, 4 hits, no errors. They left 4 runners on base. For the Orioles, no run, 4 hits, no errors. They left 4 runners on base.
I think I need to fire the assistant GM. No, see, I scored 4 in the last. I've lost 4 in a row. Yeah, the last game against the Phillies, I lost 11-4. But I've been shut out in 2 of my last 3 games. Time everybody to get on board the coal train. All right, everybody. Thank you for being here. I'll try to improve on the gameplay. Description will be up in the next 5 to 10 minutes. Um, get on over and check out JustMrLove. Links are in the description for all my other favorite streamers. Thank you. Can't get the 2,000 subs and 3,000 watch hours without you. Greatly appreciate it. Have a good night.